Okay, welcome back once again, I'm Cappadocia. Welcome back to Starcraft 2. Been struggling to find decent games recently, so I'm putting this one up. It's probably been the best of a bad bunch. Most of the time I'm getting cheesed, or just some ridiculous build that is, there's no easy coming and you get picked off. So that's all I seem to be at the moment. Everyone seems to be gunning for really short, tight games. So obviously the style of play is I'm gonna have to adapt, which I am trying to do, but it's just taking a little while. So most of the games just because there's nothing to learn, nothing to look at. So I picked this one. Obviously spawning here in the northeast, we have myself, still playing Zerg, and over here in the northwest we have my opponent. This is Rustic, playing as Zerg as well. Okay, now as you can see, we've both gone for pull first, so hatch first even. It's a good thing. At the moment I have very slight lead. Neither of us went for the extractor trick, so okay, that's intriguing. He also didn't send his overseer out until much later than me, so he's sending out two to have a quick scout, see what's going on. Okay, so just to let you guys know what's going on here this week as well, while we're waiting for something interesting to happen, because we're pretty leveling everything at the moment. He's building his pool at the back, slightly off centre. I'm building mine there and going for gas slightly earlier than him. But yeah, so this week we're going to be carrying on with Ethiopia. I've got something else I want to put up as well, which could be quite fun. It's quite an old game now, but it's good for a laugh, so I'll probably stick that up at some point, but we'll see. Just depends on whether I get a chance to record it or not. I should do because it's not too difficult of a game to record, so it should be fun. But yeah, so might end up as 2 videos a week this week, but we'll see. Anyway, so I'm building up my gas now. About to pop. I've cut back on building the extra macro hatch quite so early this time. Basically, I'm trying to see what I can do in that instance to try and stop these early pushes. So I think having the extra queen is useful. Okay, so he's going for 2 spine crawlers on the back. Now that's to stop lings running through, but it's spine crawlers are alright against Zerg, but eventually those Zerg units will just annihilate them. Oh, and yeah, in case you haven't noticed, this has now appeared. This is what I got for winning that tournament the other week. So there we go, my nice little Hydra skull spinning round and round and round on a stick. So it appears at every one of my bases now, which is nice. It's basically to indicate that I've won a nice little tournament. In this case, the first one I've ever won in Platinum League. So there we go. There we got Queen up. If we look at the units tab at the moment, he's in blue, so he's got 2 lings. I've got 10. We've both got 2 queens, but that's it. Both doing a similar job. Just man marking there. Now, at the moment, he does have 1 more drone than me, but he has more larvae than me as well. He's going for a very early lair, which is concerning. But I'm not that bothered over it. At the moment, I've got ling speed on the way. I'm going to send my lings out because I know he doesn't have a lot of lings, because I would have seen them. But what I do have on the way is I have a baneling nest, fairly early baneling nest. Okay, so that's going to go get my gas up and running. Okay, we're going to drive that away because he knows this is here. So if we look at the units tab, like I said, he's got a lot more drones than me. He's not got too many up here though. He's transferring them down to fully desaturate this one. That's interesting. Okay, I sent this over here basically just to make sure that there wasn't anything untoward going on. The gold base, obviously there isn't, so these guys are up here just hiding out of the way in case he decides to do a big push. I send in 1 ling. Notice that there's only 2 lings guarding the place and they don't have speed. So he's going for here, he's going for Hydrodem. Okay, so here come my lings. Here just cause a massive amount of trouble. Now if we check the income screen here, his income is starting to fall away quite dramatically now. Okay, plus we've made a nice way into his base. He thinks I've run away. Well, actually he doesn't, he knows I haven't, because he can see what's going on his doorstep. But the question is, what can he do to stop it? Now he's got 6 lings on the way down. 6 lings is not going to stop this amount of banelings. Now they're already on just a move command, so they're fine. Yep, we'll use a cut 1 there just to take them out. We'll blow up some of his Kill that. So there we go. So now in losses, yeah, I've lost a lot more, but considering most of them, a lot of them were banelings. And now we've got the Jucha train. In the back, on this, I've been building a lot more lings, and we're into his base, eating his drones. For some reason I decided to come and kill this, which is really stupid of me, but it will slow down his production now. The only thing is, obviously, he has a ridiculous amount of money, because he's going to go mass Hydra by the looks of it. So while I'm doing this, I really don't need to. That's stupid. I don't need to eat these. What I want to do is get up here, because he's building a crap ton of this. It's really strange seeing him rush Hydra. No, it's not. I know what he's trying to do. Okay. Yeah, thinking about it, I know what he was going to do. He's basically not rushing Hydra, he's rushing Lurker. It's the only reason why you push this hard, and he's desperate to save that. But we don't want him to set. We're not going to let him keep that. So there we go. We're going to kill his Hydra lair and run away. Okay, we've got more lings running across the map, and in the background, he's building. There we go. He's replacing that, and he's also there we go, getting his Lurker den up and running. So that's what he's after. He's rushing Lurkers. I'm just going to eat that just for the sheer badness of it. Why am I trying to... Look, they're picking on him. That is stupid. But I've got plenty of money on floating at the moment, which is bad. Here we go. In go the banelings. Just blow stuff up. There we go. So we can now build Hydra, and he's basically going to do a big time Lurker push. That's what his whole strategy was building up towards. I'm just going to build these up, and in production, it goes to what it's like. Then he's building another load of spines. Like I said, spines aren't brilliant. They're not bad. They're the only static defense that Zerg have, but they're still not that brilliant. I'm expanding out onto the board now. Gonna push these guys up. Here you go. Tell them they can target buildings. Just go bam, bam, bang, bam, 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 bang. Now then, what are we gonna do now? Units. I've basically got nothing now. He's building a couple of Hydras. I'm building a Spore at the back. Because I had a funny feeling I was going to see some airplay here. But obviously, from the looks of it, that's not going to happen. Okay, now for those who've never seen Lurkers, Lurkers evolve from Hydras. What they do is they dig into the floor and they send out a spine in one direction. It just carves anything in the way. They're actually really, really powerful units. I generally don't use it because they're a bit too macro intensive. It's something I need to work on because Lurkers are really damn handy. Put this way, this rush of lings would just get one scythe and they're gone. So all I'm doing, I'm just running around checking out to make sure that there's nothing particularly bad going on. But he is down to only one production. No matter how many times he injects this with his 2 queens, it's still only one building. There you go, see? And what I do is I'll send out anywhere in that circle a spine. So imagine just like an arm going out, and anything in the way just gets decimated. He is building lots and lots and lots and lots of supply, but he has only got one production building. I'll say it again, he's only got one. I've got 1, 2, 3, I'm on my way for 4. And this guy looks like, yep, he's on his way to set up number 5. Okay, I'm just running around. I'm making sure he doesn't have any more bases. I don't want him to have a ninja base anywhere. Now then, I'm starting to build some. I built my roach woman. Gonna build some roaches. Roaches not the best thing to counter these lurkers. In fact, the best thing realistically is to go air. If your opponent goes lots of lurkers, get air. You know, especially if you're playing Zerg or anything really. Anything that can attack the floor will kill them because they can't shoot up. And he doesn't have that many of them. He is building a couple more hydras, but he does only have 5. Here we go. So we're both moving out at the same time. We're going to bump into each other. Go say hi! And I'm going to see lurkers. At which point I immediately pull back. I've got roach speed on the way. When they're like this, they're vulnerable. Here we go. Look, watch. There you go. That's their attack. Look at that, just shredding stuff. So I've got to pull back. I am getting an overlord up, an overseer even. Building a baneling. Building a couple of banelings. Look, coming across to say hello. I can see you. Because now, if we go to my action camp, I can see them. Just building a couple more at the back. The thing with lurkers is they're really potent, but they're also very weak. If they're on the surface, just about anything can destroy them. Once they're submerged, then they're really tough to kill. There you go, we're going to pull back again. And here we go. We're going to engage, we're going to kill lurkers. It's my aim, just kill off as many lurkers as we can. I'm quite happy to sacrifice this little lot of roaches. I didn't get enough out of that though. Most of these lurkers still exist. I mean, they are quite tough, especially compared to... There we go. There's one there, just burrowing there. He's just attacking that. There we go. My guys have already pulled out. Lots of lings, lots of roaches. Now, this will do the job. Not very well, but it will do it. But it's all I've got at the moment. Okay, what he's doing here is he's using these lings basically as a distraction. There we go. We get the last of the lurkers. And we send our lings back to work. Now this guy down here is still chewing his way through that. He's going to get up and run away. He knows we've got this because obviously he's seen it with this overlord. But that's his big push. That was his plan. Use lurkers. Now I've checked the losses out. Again, he's doing well. Very effective usage of them, but didn't have enough. Now he's finally going to try and re-expand to the second base. Why? Because he's not far off out of minerals here and he doesn't have a lot of income. Let's have a look. At one point his income was massive, now it's dead. What am I doing? Rebuilding this line. This line's fine. And Spire. I do know how to kill lurkers. Lurkers are, like I said, very powerful, but once they're underground and they can't shoot, they lose the main thing which Hydras are really good at, which is shooting at air. Hydras are... Because Hydras, they don't do a lot of damage per hit, but what they do is they hit rapidly. So they can do an awful lot of damage, but... They're sort of glass cannon units. They're very squishy, very easy to kill, but they do a high DPS rather than a high attack rate. Here we go. Just going to roll up again. Nothing happened there. And his creep is dying off now, which is good news for me. He can still see me, but his creep is starting to backpedal now. I can see what's going on up here. Can I see these guys? I can see one of them, so I know he's got him. Besides, I've seen him before. And in production, now we're going wheeze. Bane's come up, squash through that. We're going to come up, we're going to deny this. He's trying to put these over the top basically just to distract me. Here we come. Now, I know there's a lurker there, but I can't see it at the moment. So I'm going to pull this down and then come on him. And we're going to kill the spine and the lurker. And now we're bringing our flat flaps over. He has basically no anti-air defense at all. This is about to get shut down in a pretty big way. Shut down these last two lurkers. Hey, GG's out just as my mutas turn up. Like I said, this wasn't a brilliant game, but it was certainly effective. So let's break this down for Rostic here. This tactic at this level isn't going to work. Especially not leaving the... You built too little at the beginning. Okay, my first Baneling charge straight into the back here told me everything I needed to know, that you were going to go for a high-tech push. I didn't realise it was going to be lurkers until I saw them, but that's what it told me. It told me that, look, this guy's not building units. Okay, he's sitting back, he's hoarding money. There's only one reason why anyone would at this level, float that sort of cash, is if they're either a cheese builder who's ended up in this league by mistake, which, let's face it, playing as a... Unless you manage to get all the way to platinum just by doing, like, you know, spine rushes. Yes, those are the thing. Rushing across to your opponent's side of the map, building spines all over his creep is a thing, okay? It's ridiculous, but yes, people do it. Unless you're going to do that, unless you found yourself in this league by just doing that all the time, which I doubt. It told me that you're going to do a big push with high-tech unit. Now, like I said, I didn't realise it was going to be lurkers, but I knew it was going to be something. So I've got my defences in place. Now, once I push back this base, you needed to take it back. Your income was so low. So low. You were never going to get enough to build the critical mass of lurkers you needed. And to be honest, as soon as these were on the field anyway, that was it, you were done. Your lurker route wasn't going to work anymore. Once you give your opponent air superiority, you're going lurker, you're in trouble. Hydra lurker, yeah, fair enough, you can do that, but again, it's also squishy and vulnerable. Roll the banelings through. If they get through to your hydras, then they'll pick them off, and then, like I said, mutas just to take out anything. And I mean, realistically, one of the best counters to them is broodlords. Can't shoot back, why not? But yeah, so your high-tech rush was... As soon as I caused you that early push, this here, having so many spines, is not helpful. It's really not. As soon as I got these down, basically, if this game had gone on, what I was going to start doing was just start getting upgrades. And once I get 3-3, or even 2-2 on roaches, these... Yeah, they just don't have enough to do it, to survive against roaches. I mean, and I could have gone for Ravagers and just bile shotted them. Ravagers actually do a pretty good job against lurkers as well. Anything that teams should to shoot at range, or if you can blind fire, mortar shots, which is what Ravagers are. But yeah, get roaches and Ravagers up here, and I would have torn this apart. So your high tech. I mean, alright, I basically really was very stupid. My tech wasn't good enough to be beating you here. But I re-established very quickly. I lost a lot of units, but I re-established fast. And yeah, I'm on 4 bases. I'm mining gas from this one. I've got 5 more mutas in production, so pretty soon I'm going to dominate the air. And from that point on, you have no anti-air that can take on like 10 mutas. 2 queens won't do it. And so that's kind of the problem. So let's dissect this. What did I do right? Getting up to... This is the right tech, so I think that is the right choice in this instance. What did I do wrong? I played badly. I've been playing badly for the last few days. I really have been. I need to get some serious time on this and get some serious practice, which I'll try and do this week. But I did enough, and that's the important thing. Even if I'm playing badly, I need to be winning, and in this case I did. I did enough. And yeah. What did I do? And also, my creep spread was a bit better, considering I only had a couple of bases. All my bases nearly joined up, but yeah. So yeah, not too bad. Upgrades I messed up on. I really need to do that better. So yeah, lots of things I could have done better. And also, my income is nowhere near enough. Let's have a look. What's my income at the end there? Only 1,300. Nowhere near enough. All right, I've got plenty there, but I've got loads of hatches back home, and I'm building because I'm running low on gas. So the only other thing I could do is build drones or lings. And lings aren't going to cut it in this field. What did you do right, sick? Okay, let's look. Not a lot really, mate. I'm sorry to say. I don't think you played this one very well either. Yeah, your reliance on spine crawlers isn't going to help, and on top of that, your high-tech low unit number push is good if your opponent doesn't see it coming. But I had the units, I knew what was coming. As soon as I saw lurkers, I was in a place where I could actually defend it. You did enough getting in here, and you did a bit of damage down here and here, but by the end of it, you had no units, and you didn't have the economy to produce what you were after. Realistically, if you're going to go for mass workers, you need 2 full bases. That's 16, 3, 3. 16, 3, 3. That is what you need minimum to be able to produce the critical mass of lurkers that you were after. And you weren't going to get it. Alternatively, this could have been your friend. Obviously I was watching it, but gold base could have been very handy for you. But as it is, you basically let me have map control while you were building up to 5, 6 lurkers. I think 6, 7 lurkers at max. Not enough. Nowhere near enough. In the end, I managed to beat it with unupgraded roaches and with unupgraded speed roaches and unupgraded speedlings. You shouldn't have let me do that. That was poor. Yeah, like I said, I didn't play very well. I'm not saying that I did any better. Realistically speaking, the only reason I won is because of how your build just wasn't going to work. You never got up enough numbers because I crippled your income at the start. You got fixated as soon as it didn't work, and as soon as I took out that Hydra den at the beginning, I would have reshuffled what I was doing. Because I had a feeling you were going to go for something ground-based, and that's why I built roaches. Because roaches, as we know, are small and hard, and very hard to defeat. Blimey, you got less upgrades than I did. Only one less, but still. But, you know, I knew that something was going on, so that's why I countered it. And with what I had was enough. So a piece of advice for you, mate. What you need to do is make sure, next time around, if you're going to try the same strategy again, which I'll probably advise you not to, but if you're going to, right, you need at least this. You can't go until you have a second line of defense, and you need to use those lurkers as a surprise attack. I saw them coming because I had like it's all over the place, and you basically ran into my units with the lurkers on the surface. You needed to bury them here and then send in your lings and then get me to chase them, and then before I know what's going on. But you were too obvious with them, and so that's why I managed to pick them off. And rushing for lair doesn't work always. It's not always the best of plans. I know you get the best on lair tech, the best tech you can get, but you need to build up. Lurkers are a late game unit, so lurker rushing can work, like I said, but you need to pull it off a lot better than you did there. And then obviously, like I said, I switched for air. The only thing you could do realistically now would be to switch to Hydra, which you've already got tech for, but you haven't upgraded them. And unupgraded Hydras are horrible. They're slow. They don't attack very far. So they're glass cannon troops. They're not brilliant. So yeah, by the time these guys come in, obviously that's it. Game over anyway. So yeah. So there's a few pieces of advice for you, mate. Like I said, these one base builds, which you tried here, it wasn't going to work. Especially not when I had the micro hatching as well. I could just outproduce you. It didn't matter how many units you were killing. You can build what you were pumping 2 into there, so you can build about 13 at a time. I could build, what's that, 5, 8, so 8, 16, 24, 30. I built 30 units when I've got all my lava available. You can build out of this 13. So that is why this is so different. And if you take a look at the units, I've got a lot more drones than you. I could afford to lose. The ones you came in an 8 with your lurkers, I could afford to lose them. When I blew up half of these earlier on, you couldn't afford to lose them. And that, my friend, is the biggest difference. Alright? So, advise you, like I said, we're about the same level, but realistically that wasn't a particularly hard game for me. What you need to do, really, mate, is work on your macro gaming. Because that attack was horrible, and it was never going to work. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Hope to catch anyone who's watching. Hope you enjoyed the match, and I hope to catch you watching Ethiopia. We're going to be carrying on trying to make sure that Ethiopia remains a full force on the planet. We've got to currently beat back Tunisia, find a way to beat Tunisia, and find a way to beat the Ottomans. I get the feeling it's going to be a roundabout way of doing it, but I think I know how. But anyway, we'll discuss that on the videos themselves. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there. So, thank you once again for your time. I do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you got any questions, ask down below. Quite happy to respond. That's really not a problem. Any suggestions, anything you want to put to me, please do. Like I said, on any of my videos, I'm not averse to constructive criticism either. I'm not averse to discussing why I'm doing what. So please, if you're watching this, feel free to do so. Just be nice. Don't be an arsehole. Yeah, I people that know me will tell you I don't respond well to arseholes. So yeah, just don't do that. But anyway, for a minute, I've been Cappadocia, signing off.